Hey everyone, good news, exams are canceled. During the stressful times, I think they felt it was a little unnecessary to do, or maybe a little too stressful to do the exam, so I think that's very fair that we're changing it. But we do want to continue to educate and finish up the semester, I'll talk about what's changing. There's really just the main two things, which is one, your final project's now pushed back. The school date is every school the entire school is gonna close on the 19th, so that'll be your last day of class. So on that day, you'll have to submit your final project by 5 p.m. It was originally due here. That's your now deadline for a rough draft. So if you want to submit one, everybody can do one rough draft per student. Send it in. I'll give you some good feedback on it, probably 5 to 7 little points. Previously, I go through and I like hand pick and everything from it and kind of give you guys feedback on that. But just because it's so summative and worth so much of your grade, I can't really do that. It is also the end of the year, right? When doing that throughout the semester, the purpose to help you guys build your writing skills, specifically your scientific writing skills. So now I want to see that you guys have learned and can apply that. So that being said, I'll give you some critical feedback, but it's just not going to be, you specifically spelled this word wrong, this sentence is off, and that much involvement. But you'll get some key points that should really set you up to get a good grade. I'm not trying to make it harder on you guys, but I just want to see that you've learned it for yourself and can really apply it. So that's the biggest change is that project's now worth 30%. It's your total exam weight essentially. Previously it would have been for this class 15 and 15. Now it's just the full 30. And we were gonna have an end of the year quiz. I scheduled it for the 18th, but I'm gonna have the window open from the 15th to the 18th. I have two classes who are doing this quiz, and also I'm sure you guys will have other things amongst that window to finish up. So it's just going to be 20 multiple choice questions. Skim through the exam review. When I had that exam review sent out, obviously with the intention of writing an exam with it, I wanted you guys to know them on like a detailed level. But if you can go through and answer each question and kind of just spit out the key details, talk to yourself about it, or try and explain it to someone, if you got a sibling sitting around, have them shoot the questions at you, see if you can try and explain it to them. It's the best way, really, in my opinion, to say you know something is if you can truly explain it. But you really won't need to know that much detail. It's 20 multiple choice questions, and they're going to be things that are really relevant concepts and points from the course. It's not going to be some random little fact we talked about once. It's going to be something that I think you should definitely be able to remember after this course. So an example might be, which gives you more long-term energy, a simple carb or a complex carb? Maybe that's a question for you there. But it's going to be simple stuff like that. So I think if you just kind of skim through the review package, watch the review videos, do any kind of combination of them, whatever preference you have, you're going to be a-okay for that quiz. And again, it's just weighted as a quiz, not any more weighted than any other one, just because it's kind of a summative one. But I do want to, obviously, we started kind of diving into the exam review over these past days thinking that we were going to have exams. So I know some of you have already applied that. Some of you maybe even started reviewing stuff prior. So I want to reward that, obviously, and also I want to reward the holistic learning from the whole semester. So that's really all that's changing is now that you have a year-end quiz on, again, it'll be out this day. It'll close the same time as your final project. If you want to send a rough draft for your final project, send it by the 15th. Looking at the rest of the week, not too sure if I said this to you guys, but again, your unit tests, same as, you're not changing anything. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I would just recommend kind of splitting up parts 1, 2, and 3 of your project and then trying to finish up those little parts going into next week. If you micromanage it, it's going to be a lot easier. So pending, and again, I put 20th on there, end of the school year. That's not an official school date. I just kind of, you're free from the school that day. So potentially I might see you guys next semester if you're coming back, or next year I should say, not next semester. That's all very fluid and up in the air depending on this whole situation. So hopefully it clears up and we can have a good school year next year. If not, hopefully see you guys at another point. And if you're graduating, congrats and best of luck to you in post-secondary or whatever you do, career, hockey, or academics wise. So like I said, pending any major changes for the year, guys, that's probably it for me. So I'll talk to you guys hopefully sooner.